Namaste, Big Cat Air Signs, Grand Rising. Welcome back to Big Cat Astrology, Big Cat Wave, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The planetary hot topics to add to your almanac over the next 7 days. On the 14th of November, the Moon in Sagittarius sextiles Venus in Libra. Emotions and relationships blend seamlessly, creating an atmosphere of optimism, sociability, and creative inspiration. Interactions will be pleasant, friendly, and cooperative. On the 15th, Mercury in Sagittarius sextiles Venus in Libra. It forms a harmonious connection between emotions and relationships, which causes you to feel open, optimistic, and generous in your interactions. Engage in relationships with a compassionate attitude and equilibrium. This period is ideal for fulfilling social encounters. Romantic involvements will be affectionate and satisfying. On the 16th, the Moon enters Capricorn. Under this lunar influence, emotions shift towards practicality, discipline, and goal-orientated pursuits. There's a desire for structure, responsibility, and long-term planning. This phase pushes for determination and focus, influencing how individuals handle their emotions and relationships. Practical matters and achievements may become more important than emotional expression and spontaneity during this period. On the 17th, Mars in Scorpio trines Neptune in Pisces. This aspect combines focused energy with intuition and empathy. Actions become more purposeful and creative, driven by a sense of compassion and understanding. It encourages kindness and helps navigate complex situations gracefully. Devoting your time to your intuitive side is important, particularly when pursuing spiritual projects or ventures. You also have the Sun in Scorpio trining Neptune in Pisces. This enhances your intuition, creativity, and empathy. This alignment promotes a sense of spiritual connection and kindness towards others. The Sun trine Neptune aspect brings a sense of spiritual grace and intuitive wisdom to your life. On the 18th, the Moon enters Aquarius. You may feel a stronger need for independence, freedom, and individuality. This lunar phase encourages unconventional thinking, innovative ideas, as well as a focus on community and social causes. There can be significant changes you're going to want to work on. So gather intel, seek advice, and make plans now to be ready for the future. Always be prepared, Big Cat. On the 19th, the Moon in Aquarius squares Uranus in Taurus. This aspect presents challenges which can lead to unforeseen emotional changes and disruptions. Good golly and gosh. Aquarius craves freedom while Taurus seeks stability. The change you desire might be delayed just a little. Remaining adaptable and open to change despite potential frustrations is crucial. Patience becomes the key during this period of uncertainty. On the 20th, the first quarter Moon in Aquarius. Changes that need to be made over the next week can help you make adjustments necessary to get closer to success. This is a time for taking the initiative, making adjustments to your plans, and pushing forward with determination. Embrace your individuality, trust your intuition, and be open to collaborating with like-minded individuals. Utilize this progressive energy of Aquarius to propel yourself forward towards your ambitions. And don't be afraid to explore new avenues and unconventional methods to achieve your objectives. Please stay tuned in for the tarot reading to follow. Big Cat Wave. Namaste! Grand Rising Air Signs. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your next 7 days. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Big Cat Wave. Let's dive right in and unpack. Oh, you have a double 6, darling dears. This goes to a 12. When we see a 12 on the dominoes, darling dears, it means that you're going to be meeting someone, or you're going to be introduced to something new, darling dear, a new sport, a new hobby, a new way of thinking. On the Pythagorean chart, which I use for my numerology, it only goes to 9, so the 12 goes down to a 3. We have the energy of a 3. The 3 speaks about groups, being able to express yourself authentically within a group, darling dear. The number 3 is ruled by Jupiter as well as Neptune energy. So we've got the energy of the 8th house, sorry, the 9th house, excusez-moi s'il vous plaît. Listen, I get French sometimes, you know. As I was saying before I interrupted myself, you have the energy, Jupiter has the energy of the 9th house, which is about higher thinking, higher learning, travel, expansion. Somebody's going to be traveling for some form of a group meeting, family meeting, some kind of a gathering, darling dears. The number 3 speaks about you being more self-assured with your self-expression, your communications. It also speaks about artistic, maybe somebody's tapping into their artistic side. It also speaks about your sensitivity in social settings. Listen to your intuition and your discernment over the next 7 days. Your birthday could be on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th, or these days will be someone relevant in your life, or the actual day number is going to be significant for you. The numbers 3, 6, and 9 are going to be extremely important to you over the next 7 days, darling dears. Your luckiest days will be Thursday and Sunday, as well as the letters C, L, and U. The intuitive messages, the solution lies in your patience, darling dear. Be patient. Okay, all answers come from within, darling dears. When you get still, you get to hear that inner voice, that Geiger counter that guides you to the light. The energy of a double 6, darling dears, on the dice. It's about happiness ahead for you, darling dears. Brighter days are on the way. You're coming to the ending of your rainbow, where you find your leprechaun and the pot of gold. Love it. The energy of the 12 in tarot is the Hangman. This speaks about the secrets, water as well as Neptune energy. Again, we speak about the Neptune energy. The water is about your transition, something you prophesied over your life. You're no longer sacrificing yourself to situations. You've learned to let go for the betterment of your own well-being. You're seeing things from new perspectives, darling dears. You're also going to be hearing of someone going through some kind of legal situation where imprisonment is imminent, darling dear. They're going to prison just like R. Kelly. Yeah. Locked up with the criminals. Right? Yes, it is. It delves into your spiritual development, darling dears. You've been feeling trapped for a while. Why? Because you've not been paying close attention to your psychic abilities. As we are in Neptune, we're going to talk about the health issues around Neptune. Neptune is to do with your spinal cord. It's also to do with, oh gosh, come on case, where's your points? It's your spinal cord, it's your nervous processes, and your general nervous processes throughout your body, darling dears. As we're speaking about Neptune, you will be not getting along with any Capricorn energies over the next 7 days, as well as Virgo energy. So be aware, darling dears. You may be some hoodwinking, because Neptune is also the 12th house of what? Enemies, darling dears. Secret enemies, as well as karma. All right. Let's press on at a hot trot. The Neptune energy, darling dears, it speaks about your dreams, your illusions. So for some, spirituality or religion, but it's mysticism. You are a mystery to many, darling dears. It also speaks about somebody diving too deep into pastimes that take them out of themselves. That could be anything from the drinking to the, the puffing, to the self-hypnosis, trying to what? Delude themselves to a situation. Someone is lying to themselves over the next 7 days. Neptune is a mutable water sign. Mutable means that this person is seeing you as being changeable, darling dears, versatile, adaptable. You're dealing with someone who's easily distracted. Why? Because their mind is being taken out by whatever it is they're using outside of themselves, a crutch somewhat. Love it, don't hate it. All right, let's press on and get your runestone. I haven't seen this in the longest of times, darling dears. This is Dagaz on the runestone. On the tarot, it's judgment, darling dear. Karma has arrived in the form of a breakthrough for some who are experiencing good dharma. That's good karma, darling dears. Because of your planning, your awareness. We saw the energy of the Neptune come up, darling dears. Your spirituality, what you held on to, what you felt was important in your self-preservation, as well as self-upliftment, self-care, darling dears. Daggers is represented by the letter D. So your letters for the next week is D, C, L, and U. Daggers is represented by the number 23 and the number 20. Someone from the past would like to return, darling dears. They would like a fresh start with you, as denoted by this, but it depends on how they left your life, darling dears. Was they pushed or was they shoved? I mean, when I say shoved, did you have to tell them to fetch the black bags? You are basura and a raccoon. Did you say these things? Well, they can't come back. They really can't. Why? Because a snake only sheds its skin to become a bigger snake, darling dears. Straight out of Slytherin, from the crevice of the devil's balls. Yeah. This is also telling me, darling dears, that there's going to be power struggles around you, darling dears, but you're going to have to forgive them. Why? They're feeble-minded simpletons, dull-eyed ones. Forgiveness is key, especially if you want judgment to be called in a situation on Keitha. Your decision-making is going to be like no other over the next 7 days. But definitely somebody wants to renew a contract with you, possibly a friend. It could also be a business contract, darling dears. But you must read between the lines. Read the room, shorty. What do you stand to gain? Because remember, law number 13, never ask for help, darling dears. You have to, if you are in need of help, you have to put it in a way that it benefits the person that you want to help you. Yes. Got to get psychological with it, darling dears. Use a psychologist. But definitely somebody wants to return. But karma is attached to that return. Be careful who you allow into your life at this stage of the game, because this is a change. This is unavoidable change, which created a rebirth of you, the evolution of you. For others, you'll be taking a final exam, which will be going in your favor, darling dears. Because remember, the energy of the 12 is happiness ahead. All right, let's press on. Let's see what your oracle ancestral message is. Gonna use, if I can get it out the tray, here it is, base of the deck. Rejection is God's protection, darling dears. And it's also, for me, I'm feeling as though you're quieting out outside influences, their opinions, darling dears, listening to your own understanding, your higher mind. You're about to create 2 windows. When we see a window on a card, it speaks about an opportunity. You're going to have a choice of 2 over the next 7 days, darling dears. Weigh up the pros and cons, and again, somebody's tapping into their artistic side. Do it, darling. Your creativity, especially if you use your creativity, your art, whatever it may be, for your living, because it won't feel like work. Yeah. Something is less than perfect, darling. Something's not quite right in the milk. Something is cold-hearted. A situation that has no transformation butterfly on its face. The heart chakra is outside of the heart, guys. The heart chakra represents Thursday. We already cited that Sunday and Thursday. So Thursday is the day to look out for someone or something that hasn't changed in your life, darling dears. You're going to have to see it from a different perspective. We saw the hangman from the dice, the number 12. Look at what you'll have to sacrifice in that situation, or if you're willing to let go of a situation, sacrifice it for the betterment of yourself. This is the perspective of it all, darling dears, of a situation that is not perfect. But nothing really is. But you also have renewal. This is a new beginning. Renewal is what? The Judgment card in Tarot, darling dears. Yes, baby. Love it. Meditation is key. Some of you are getting your yoga on. This is about balancing out all of your chakras. Listening to what? Higher vibing music. New things are coming your way, darling dears. And it also speaks about you being the center of your world. You creating different things by changing your vibration. This is somebody being at peace after what? Attaining what they wanted to attain. Formal exams having been passed. This is you accepting this new beginning. This almost looks as though she's about to click her fingers and it's about to be granted unto thee, darling dears. But it also could be what? Protective rays going out, the vibe that you're sending. If it is someone returning from the past, you're not vibing on the same level. You'll have nothing to speak about. The energy for them or the light for them, the love for them, for some reason is dissipated. But this person has been performing what? Hillbilly investigations on you, darling. They're still watching in the background. But what they're rehashing is yesterday's newspaper, going over old shiznai, right? Don't be impatient, darling dears. You have to learn to crawl before you can walk. And in order to climb the ladder of consciousness, you have to forgive all and realize that you know nothing. Love it. Don't hate it. Right, let's get a deck and carry on. Use a deck I haven't used in a while. Let's get the overall messages of what's going around for you for the next 7 days. My air signs. Okay. Good golly and gosh. Whoa. Whoa. You've got the Empress in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. You've got the Three of Swords in reverse, plus the Hierophant, the God card on its face. Someone's leaving a situation, darling dears. Feeling as though there's too many cooks in the kitchen, too many irons in the fire, darling dears. Realizing that they don't know they can't feel their worth in a situation. This is somebody thinking clearly about a situation. A head over heart situation is to be made with a marriage, a job. Yep. Thinking more clearly, you are going to be bringing in the judgment in the situations. This is about taking your skills on the road. Somebody's also at odds with their mother figure, the parental figure that represents as the mother, darling dears. Yeah, lots of arguments and fights. Will it be resolved? No, it's a situation that is going to be continuing. You've got to focus on your own fortune, your own mental health, your own stabilities, darling dears. You can't change people's minds or opinions. All you can do is change you, and change you will. You saw the judgment rune, darling dears. Clarify the Hierophant on his face. Yeah, you're leaving a job, a situation, a way of thinking, darling dears. Could also be a religion. Changing to spirituality rather than be in... Because religion is a fishbowl. Spirituality is the whole ocean, darling dear. Yeah, celebrating this new choice that you're making. It also speaks about celebrating with others. Some kind of invitation to a gathering. You'll be called to this gathering by female energy. But you're at odds with this female energy. What else? We've got Emperor in the upright. On the thinking clearly, you're bossing up, darling dears. Claiming dominion over yourself. For your mental health as well as your family, darling dears. Keeping your own counsel. Queen of Cups. You're understanding certain things that you was loyal to, what you've been focused on. You're about to get offers in, darling dear. Offers that you're going to choose. Two of Wands on its face. Yeah. Something that you've been dedicated to, right? It's going to relieve a lot of burdens in your life. Clarify all these people, right? What about all these people that's going to want to come and check for you again, blood? They want to come and dig you up like old bones. Listen, if they was avoiding you when you was going through it, darling dears, they need to what? Keep the same energy. Tell them at the back. Yeah. Keeping your own counsel. It also again is telling that you know your worth, especially in a business deal, darling dears. You're going to get a business deal, and it's definitely an offer on a job, a promotion. We saw the Emperor, but it could be going into a new industry or organization or building your own shiznai, because the Emperor also represents entrepreneurship. This relationship with this Empress in the reverse. We've got the Ace of Cups on it. What does it mean? As well as the Ace of Wands. Split the deck. You're feeling as though the energy of love and what? Motivation to come towards you, being inspired by you. It's going to be Fakeazoid, base of the deck. King of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles in juxtapose. Somebody's going to be looking towards a love relationship. They're looking for a love relationship, but one which is true love's first kiss, one where people are on the same page. You guys haven't met each other yet, but you'll be meeting each other over the next 7 days, and it will be at something you're invited to by a female energy. Yeah, because some of you are single as F, darling dear, but all are able to balance out your responsibilities. Yeah. In a toxic environment, you had to be the justice when you left that situation, whether it's a work situation, and there's no going back, blood, no communication. You're cutting someone off with a quickness because of the secrets and the lies, the stress it brought to you. This person can't move on from you emotionally. They're extremely unhappy. And remember, law number 10 of the 48 laws of power: avoid the unlucky and the unhappy. Let's answer the top 5. Let's go with the top 5. We're getting up deck. Base of your deck, you've got a message coming towards you. It also speaks about someone not quickly or finally getting over a heartbreaking situation, possibly with the Empress in reverse. Look what just flew up onto me. What's this? Yeah, you've gotten over the situation, right? You had to be like a child when you got the intel on how to overcome a circumstance or situation that was had you in emotional turmoil. You moved away from trauma, or are moving away from trauma and drama over the next 7 days, darling dears. But this is a new beginning for you, a fresh beginning, and you're being watched by people that are jealous and immature, people that betrayed you, darling dears. Let them watch. Well, someone's got to clap, darling dears. Better them than you. Okay, your first question. How is your finances, my air signs' finances, over the next 7 days? You've got opportunities coming towards you, darling dear. New beginning, hard work is paying off. Sun card, good golly and gosh. Whatever leap of faith you took, darling dear, somebody's going to offer to you. If it's a spiritual business, it's about to take off. This is you at fledgling stage, or you've been working at it for some time. This goes to 9 of Pentacles. That is assured success, darling dears, in everything that you've been doing. Why? Because you took a leap of faith. You stayed away from drama. You focused on your own lane. Some people realize that they was in a situation because of the monetary value that you brought to the table, darling dears. Well, no more. Left a situation. Your finances are looking good, darling dears. Continue to listen to your intuition and plan, plot and strategize. You're a natural born leader. Someone is going to be taking a leadership role on the internet, darling dears, which is going to create even more opportunities for you. Or you may already have done this, darling dears. Judgment is here for a fresh start and a new beginning. And it's also a reminder not to give up on the trajectory that you're on at this moment in time. You're being guided to continue. Because the money's about to roll in for you. This is good luck, darling. This on a 9, the numerology of the 9 is situation. Because the situation came to an end, you realize it's over, but you didn't fold. You went within. You listened to your intuition. Some of you are into occult practices. I heard astrologer. You're doing really well, darling dears, or you're about to. Your shiznai is about to take off because you're different. The Fool card is Uranus energy, darling dears. Dares to be different. Dares to be a different individual. You're about to change the face of your industry. Sun card. Put the past behind you like a ponytail. Your finances are looking fabulous, gorgeous and lovely. Offers and offers that are made from the actions that you took to get to the position where you are right now. How's your relationships looking? Because we saw a lot of what fucking ease just now. Nearly had to what? Clean my glasses off. How's the relationships for the air signs? Yeah, someone from that you no longer talk to, no longer parlez-vous with, darling dears. They're feeling guilty, a bit of a shame, and they would like to come back. Right? Oh, can you see this? I can't believe my peepers. Jeepers creepers. Page of Cups. They're emotionally immature, and this offer, right, is only because you're doing very well, darling dears. Listen, a burglar never tries to break into an empty house. Remember I told you that. What did I say? I can't make it up. Someone who is conniving, sneaky, a lying, cheating ass. The whole dark side of the jungle, darling dears. Yes, baby, they'd like to sneak back in. But it's also your ruminating thoughts about a situation in the past, darling dears. Let it go. It had to happen. Because if it didn't happen, you wouldn't be the cat you are today. About to reap abundance from your efforts over the next 7 days. Bearing in mind that Sunday and Thursday are your luckiest days. Your relationship, someone from the past, as I said, would like to work on it again. All right, I'm just going to take the top card. Listen, my intuition said pick this card. Look, listen, I'm a pointer, not a picker. You have free will to choose, but the card says don't do it, blood. The card said, give me another card. Yeah, pour it away like what? Fodder on the wind, darling dears. You've healed from this situation and you're about to step into the spotlight of fame, or you already have. But it's also a benefactor. Maybe you're getting a sponsorship, a bank loan, whatever it is. You've got star quality. Ask and it shall be given because of your hard work. This is about, I feel as though you're going to be putting your relationships, your emotional relationships, on a back burner because you're focused on your career and getting to the bag, darling dears. The relationships are still there, but you're not going to be willing to rekindle past relationships or be pouring much emotionally into your relationships over the next 7 days. Why? Because you're focused on the bag and it's about to pay off big time, you know. But you remember, communication is key, darling dears. Communication is key. Communicate to your loved ones what's going on. Don't just let them try and guess with communicative dance. Any obstacles, any major obstacles in the path of the air signs? People that you don't talk to, darling dears. Cards hard to get together. Yeah. People that want to come in with the passive aggressive words, darling dears, trying to put you off your gangster. Listen, let it run off your back like water off a duck's back, darling dears. Listen, you haven't got the hairline for it. The edges, blood. There's not enough edge control for the fucking knees they want to stir up, darling dears. Those are the obstacles. God said, and God has entered the building. God card is the Hierophant in Tarot. It's the second house, about your values, your income. Focus on what you've got going on. Focus, darling dears, and keep the faith. Keep the faith. Because whatever they're coming with, you've already been through it before, darling dears, and you was the one to bring the Tower moment. Split the deck. Yeah, the devil's strongest worker. Prakala Prakalisha. Only want to come back because everything is what? The sunny side of the street for you. The obstacle is what? Not to let them get into your heart chakra, darling dears. Or get you in your emotions. Why? Because if someone has your emotions, they're your king, blood. Hey! You mean to tell me that by the words uttered by what? Someone who is a simpleton, right? Is going to throw off your day, make you change your trajectory in life and avoid the blessing that's about to be bestowed on you? I think not, Scotty. Had to put my back into it. Again, it's people that you must avoid, and you'll listen to your intuition, darling dears. You must. What about the opportunities? I just feel something spin. I'm sure I felt a card spinning. Wow. It looks like it did a Tootsie Roll. Okay, then. Let's give it one more shufti. Okay, this one jumped out. Opportunities for my air signs. How best they might, right? How best might they utilize the opportunities? Yeah. By what? You trust in the choices that you make, darling dears. You're going to be making significant steps in partnerships. It could be
It could be a platonic or romantical, but this is a divinely guided union, darling dears. And this is the Judgment card, yeah, in the back. And there is no trumpet, right, to say don't do it. A dove of a new beginning. This is definitely a new beginning, darling dears. The tree of life is at the male's back. This is what all those fire things are, the tree of life, a new beginning. But you're making sound choices, Gemini energy. The third house of communication is also siblings. Yeah. You're going to have to be an invigilator between a sibling. This is going to be a blessing, darling dears. But the biggest opportunity or the biggest piece of value you can take about throughout the next 7 days is knowing your worth. You have Venus as well as Earth energy with the Empress. And it's about you learning, understanding your worth. This is you tapping into your abundant side, your creativities, darling dears. Venus is about luxury, it's about beauty, but it's also about what? Skrilla.com, darling dears. Someone is going to be signing a contract because Gemini is communication. Yeah, definitely signing a contract which is going to create a new opportunity for you. One which you're going to want to take up. One which people from the past are going to wish they treated you better. Right? Because this pain, I told you, the spy inspires. Continue to keep your shapely back turned. Law 16 of the 48 laws of power. Someone is also going to be planning some kind of travel, possibly even over water, over the next 7 days. It will go fabulous, gorgeous and lovely. Why? Because we're not in the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde, which kicks off. The pre-shadow is from the 25th of November. And the post-shadow will finish around the 20th of January 2024. Mercury retrograde will begin in Capricorn and then it will sashay to Sagittarius on the 23rd of December. When it's in Capricorn, it's about your career, darling dears. Your ambitions moving forward. Capricorn energy also represents the father energy, bossing up, darling dears. The Sagittarius energy is about the expansion, higher learning and travel. The career moves and what? The anxiety around it. It's going to be the war of the dark and the light, darling dears. I'll be putting out the Mercury retrograde read next week because you'll be in the thick of Mercury retrograde on the 13th of December. But know your worth and add tax, darling dears. You're running things. That means you are she or he who holds the whip, darling dears. And if you hold the whip, you run things. On that note, I drops me mic. Todd love to my Teesprings, my Patreon, or my TikToks where I also upload videos. If you'd like a personal read from me, please hit me up in the Gmail. All of my intel is in the description box below. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Big cat wave. Until we meet again on these tarot screens. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini,